Peter was not on Demon Time as hard as other versions of himself when comparing it to Insomniac's Peter. You guys really think just because he had a little temper, gave a minor cuss out to Harry and MJ, and threatened this dude with the car, he was the wildest version of the character with the symbiote? We're really putting him over the 90s Spider-Man, who was literally actually down to kill Rhino and Shocker. Peter had to willingly stop himself from the first, and then the symbiote made a legit effort on the second. Nah, don't even get me started with the realest of the real voice with spectacular Spider-Man, Josh Keaton. Soon as this guy got the symbiote, he took out the entire Sinister Six while he was asleep. The symbiote did the work for him at that rate, and was ready to off Ock. I don't even need to go into the time he gave Kingpin a smackdown in Back in Black. Hell, Tom never even got the black suit, and he was ready to hit Norman Osborn with a fatality as payback for him popping off to another dimension and trying to ruin his life just because he could. Ah, man. No Way Home solidified the fact that no other adaptation of the Goblin is going to be as hardcore as William Dafoe. Anyway, mind you, the only reason Tom didn't get this kill shot was because the actual goated Spider-Man pulled up in just little bro Tom Holland. We'll get to that guy in a sec. Major shoutouts to this underrated guy. Tenace Spider-Man literally woke up and chose violence as soon as he got an illusion that Kraven killed his girl MJ. Kraven, mind you, actually bested Spider-Man in canon comics by KOing him and being a better Spider-Man, arguably, and beating the vermin that Peter couldn't. But here, Tenace didn't need any black suit to put Kraven in his place. Look at this guy. Hell, Miguel had more anger issues and he didn't even have a black suit to begin with. But then we have this guy. Tobey's Spider-Man was not only the realest, but also the harshest as soon as he got the symbiote. So much so that people over 10 years later still make memes and jokes online about how hard he was in the paint. See, because this guy takes some inspiration from the 90s, but the kicker is that he literally wakes up and chooses violence. As soon as he gets that black suit, homie instantly runs a fade, has a punch out with Sandman, kills him, and then instantly brags about it to his Aunt May with this big smile on his face. You can't tell me this was not savage. But it wasn't enough, because ignoring the stupid dance he did, dude proceeded to embarrass the hell out of his coworker in front of everyone at work just because he framed his alter ego, squared up against his best friend over his disloyal as hell girlfriend, beats him, mocks his dead dad, and then blows up half his face. This was a kill shot. I don't know how Harry survived this. Spider-Man can get away with it because, yeah, but Harry's just a dude with a little bit of green steroids and that's it. The sins of the father be passed down upon the son, if you catch my drift. Look, say whatever you want about Spider-Man 3, I don't really care about that anymore, but you can't tell me Peter wasn't on the most demon time when he got that black suit in that movie. Meanwhile, Insomniac Peter is over here nearly getting murked by Kraven, which, all things considered, fine. But even then, after he gets the suit, it's just, he's got a little temper, almost kills MJ, which, let's be real, would have been a good thing, and then that's it.
No wonder your family left you!
Oh man, jeez bro, that's so edgy. Holy shit! Okay, tangent time. This game also really tries to make it seem like he was being a dick somehow before he fully turned heel and tried to kill MJ. Okay, so after beating the lizard, Peter has a little talk with MJ on the phone about it, and after he gives her the news, she grills him for being so nonchalant and talks about the damage from the chase, as if somehow it was all on Peter.
Peter, the two of you tore through half the city. Like, did you see what you did to the museum?
Yeah, I'm fully aware that Lizard wrecked a ton of the city. I was the guy there. I was the one stopping him from continuing to do that. No, it's still somehow Peter's fault? Okay. I was willing to give it a chance, but nah. Making Harry as Venom just didn't work. See, the reason Eddie Brock works so much better is because there's a legitimate build-up to him bonding with the symbiote. He and it have a mutual hatred towards Spider-Man after both being wronged by the character in their own ways. And it's that common hatred that's so strong that solidifies the bond that ties Eddie and the symbiote in such a way. Here in the Snooze Maniac universe, none of that is even slightly explored for Harry or the symbiote. Symbiote bad, so Harry bad, now Venom bad. And I get it, they baited Harry being Venom super hard in the last game, so they couldn't just back down from it like that. I think my problem is probably just kinda with this version of the character. But no, for real though, like, I'm supposed to believe this man's been Spider-Man for 8 years, meanwhile is really going down to folks like Silver Sable, Kraven, and then need help from Harry just to save some people at a goddamn circus.
Sorry!
Every other minute, and I mean, sure, he kind of needs help in the comics too and tends to struggle and fall flat, but more often than not, Spider-Man usually manages on his own, and the benefits of his struggle were how Spider-Man was ultimately still enduring his journey of self-discovery while acknowledging his flaws but moving past them little by little. And I'm not saying, well, if the character doesn't have agency, the character just sucks. I'm saying that, to me at least, one of the core attributes of Peter Parker's character is, even when he's at his lowest points in battles, mental, physical, or spiritual, he's always been able to find it within himself on his own to get back up even in his darkest of moments, his lowest of points. To take that away just doesn't sit right with me. And maybe it's just a personal gripe for me only, but that's still just not the guy I grew up idolizing. I'm not saying you can't have Spider-Man be flawed, I just don't want those same flaws to be something that reappear in the same fashion that they did before, to the point where it just feels like he hasn't truly learned from them or grown. It's the same grievance I and a few other fans had with Spider-Man Far From Home, but that's a subject for another time. Yeah, this game doesn't really feel like the 5-year wait was worth it. Can you believe it's been 5 years? It's kind of wild. Time really flies, but also not really. I don't know what to say anymore, so I'm gone. But hey, look, I never had issues with Cindy Moon. It's just gonna be cool having 3 Spider people in this universe next game. That's cool and all, but guys, Peter's with MJ now, so don't do that thing with him and Silk. Just don't do it, guys.